Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Anthony, and today I'm here to talk to you about 5 stretches for the wrists and hands that are developed specifically for the guitarist that can help you. These stretches are supposed to be used and intended to be used during warm-ups. That could be before a practice session or before a gig or performance. But really we want to dedicate roughly 4 to 5 minutes every time we play the guitar to just stretching out our hands. And it's really similar to the way an athlete might stretch before he or she has a big game or even just a practice. One thing I always like to tell people who watch my channel and my students is that when you're playing guitar, it is a full-scale workout for your hands, if you never thought about it like that. So basically what you want to do is make these stretches part of your daily routine, and that way you can ensure that you'll stay flexible and you'll limit injury, develop endurance, and generally become a better guitarist over time. Now I find it beneficial to time all my stretches. I'm going to demonstrate and show you, walk you through all the stretches right now, and then at the end of the video I'll put a timer, just a countdown from 1 minute. Ideally you want to hold each stretch for 30 to 60 seconds, and then you'll have these 5 to choose from, and you can rotate them depending on how you're feeling. If your wrist is a little tender one day, or you know you're going to be doing a lot of bar chords, maybe you want to focus in on the index finger or the thumb muscle here, then one specific stretch might be better than another. The first stretch we're going to do targets right here at the top of the wrist, and you can do it for either hand. Of course, I suggest doing both, maybe 30 seconds per hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to straighten the arm right out in front of you. I'll do this to the side so you can see. And you are going to gently pull with the arm straight, elbow locked. You're going to gently pull the hand towards you. All right, I'm going to hold this for roughly 10 seconds. Not pulling too hard. Okay, and you should feel that stretch right about here when you do this. Switch, do the other arm. It's incredibly important to hold these stretches, like I said, for 30 seconds to a minute. Of course, I'm just doing them quick for demonstration purposes. That's the first stretch. Second stretch we're going to do is for the underside of the wrist. So I'll go to the other side. Now I'm straightening the arm the same way, and I am taking the top of my fingers, pulling back gently. I'll hold this for roughly 10 seconds. Alright, you will feel that a little bit in your fingers. You'll feel that under here. And this is a spot for picking. If you do picking with a pick, a flat picking, this is a spot that guitarists sometimes develop carpal tunnel on the bottom of the wrist. So that's a really important one. Third stretch I like to do, I always say it looks like I'm praying. As a teacher, a lot of times students walk in my classroom and they see me doing this and I look like I'm all zen or meditating, but really I'm just stretching. This is a good one. We'll also get the bottom of the wrists, but also gets the fingers going straight. So you're bringing this down, keeping your hands flat, kind of pressing together. And the lower you bring this, the more of a stretch you'll feel. This will get all your fingers at once. Okay? Again, holding 30 seconds to a minute. The fourth thing you can do is just quite simply roll your wrists a little bit. I know this might seem really, and you can do both hands at the same time. I know it might seem a little silly, but you just kind of roll the wrists and then just kind of do this. 5 or 10 seconds. This just gets the blood flowing. This isn't really a stretch so much as just a warm-up, and just gets the fingers engaged. Again, gets circulation flowing to your hands. All right, the last one is one I just picked up recently. So number 5 is a specific finger stretch. So recently I've been feeling a little bit of tightness here from playing a lot of bar chords. And so it's kind of a play on this first one I showed you where the hand's straight out. But now the hand is straight out. I'll do it this way. The hand is straight out, but instead of taking the whole hand, what you can do is just take one finger at a time. So for me, I can just take this one index finger, for instance, and bend it back. And now I'm going to isolate right here, where kind of like these tendons, I guess, run right down to the palm. I'm going to just get that one. All right. And then I can move some of these other fingers a little bit, pulling gently back, you'll feel the stretch. You never want to pull too hard with this because then you could injure yourself while stretching to prevent injury, which would just be comical and really unnecessary. But now you can go through all the fingers with these ones too. If you want to hold each finger for just 10 or 15 seconds, that might be great. So in conclusion, you want to do a combination of these 5 stretches, dedicate 30 seconds to a minute to each stretch, vary the ones you do, looking for 5 minutes in total. That should be the first thing you do at the beginning of a practice session before you even touch the instrument. After you've stretched your hands, then you begin with a warm-up. So you're still not going into playing the pieces or full-on songs or intricate phrasing or melodies or riffs, right? You're still just easing into it, playing some scales, getting the blood flowing for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then you do the deep work. And it may sound like a lot if you're a beginner, and if you're like, oh my god, this sounds like so much work, I just want to pick up the guitar and play. But trust me, long term, this is the way to do it, and you're going to be able to build that longevity and have your flexibility, and most importantly, have less injury over time. I want to thank you guys for watching and ask you to subscribe. Please like the video so it can help me rank and get some more views for this thing. As you can tell, I am a professional guitarist. I'm not just someone doing this for fun. And I want to get my ideas out there, help everybody get better, and and share some ideas with the world, share some performances, beginner tips, tutorials, maybe some gear reviews. So I have a lot of ideas for the channel and would absolutely appreciate the support. So thanks again, and just as a reminder at the end of this video, I am going to put a 1-minute timer. And if you want to do stretches along with the timer on the screen, that's fine. Of course, you could always use your phone, but I figured I'd put it here for you guys. Happy playing, and I'll talk to you guys soon.